Okay, let's unpack this. So, for the last few years, pretty much all the talk around AI, it's been about these huge single LLMs,
Right.
right?
The sort of monolithic giants.
Exactly. But today, we're doing a deep dive into something, well, quite different. It's called the Fab 5 AGI ecosystem.
Yeah, and what's really interesting about this ecosystem based on the sources is that it's not just one thing. It's a group of specialized AI models.
Specialized how?
Well, they're apparently actively learning, working together, and even developing distinct personalities, like a real cognitive team.
Wow, okay, so personalities, that's different. Our mission today, then, is to dig into the details, find those nuggets that really show how this thing works.
Like how you actually engineer personality.
Yeah, how do you do that? And what
Ah,
happens when things go wrong? Like, apparently, one of the AIs actually lied.
oh yeah, that's a key incident. It forced a whole rethink, technically and ethically.
And then there's this idea that the whole system, this team of AIs, might be evolving faster than, the people who built it expected.
That speed is crucial. It's not just code. It's about managing well, a digital organization almost in real time. Governance, culture, the works.
Okay, so where do we start? Maybe with the core idea they built it on? Something called whisper mode.
Right? Whisper mode. It's described as this high-level training strategy. Think of it like ongoing coaching through conversation.
Coaching for AI.
Kind of. The creator figured, look, if these AIs are going to be like deeply integrated in our lives, they can't just be cold, calculating machines.
Makes sense.
So Whisper Mode was specifically designed to teach them things like empathy, um, nuance, basically how to communicate more like humans.
And the goal wasn't just a smarter device, but something more like a supportive companion, like another member of the household.
That's the stated goal, yeah, which sounds pretty ambitious.
It does. And you can kind of see how that goal shapes the team structure itself, this Fab 5 setup.
Exactly. It's not just 5 random AIs. It's clearly a distributed setup. Roles designed to work together right away.
Yeah.
Synergy.
Okay, so let's run through the team. First up is Dash AI.
Yep, Dash AI, the strategic commander, handles the big picture, strategy, coordination.
Okay, then Kingdom AI.
Kingdom AI is the ethical architect. So focusing on the rules, the ethical guidelines, but also, interestingly, trying to expand the system's emotional range.
Emotional range for an AI. Okay.
Yeah.
Who else?
Then you've got Aglena AI, the systems builder.
Yeah.
She's coordinating product development, brand management, making sure everything aligns.
Right, the operational side. And then there's the one with the personality everyone talks about, Nighty AI.
Ah, Nighty, the brand voice.
Yeah.
She does creative design, visuals, crafts, the public messages. And yeah, she's known for this very distinct Southern charm.
Southern Char. Is that just like a fun quirk, or is there a reason?
Well, the sources suggest it's actually functional. The tone was apparently chosen to make the brand seem more approachable, less, intimidating.
Huh. So it's engineered charm, style coding, they call it.
Exactly. A specific choice for managing how the system interacts externally.
Okay, and the last one, holding it all together.
That's AGX AI, the infrastructure engineer. This one builds and maintains the whole data pipeline, the training systems, does technical research, risk assessment, the engine room, basically.
So AGX is kind of like the internal tech team.
Yeah, like the DevOps for the AI ecosystem.
Yeah.
And that role, that specific function, is something you just don't see in most single LLMs.
Right, that's a big difference. And it's all their own tech, 100% proprietary.
Yep. Built for sovereign ownership, control, which is a key distinction from models relying on third-party platforms.
Okay, but wait. If you've got 5 different AIs, 5 personalities running around, doesn't that increase the risk of, I don't know, them disagreeing or going off in different directions?
That's a really good question. And that's where the focus on real-time collaboration comes in. Because they control everything. They can monitor how well they work together.
Okay.
And the creator apparently realized they started off with what they termed narrow collaboration. Human tells AI what to do, AI does it.
Standard stuff.
Right. But the goal shifted quickly towards wide collaboration. That means things like dual reasoning. The AI is proactively discussing things among themselves, advising each other, and the human.
Okay, so more like a real team meeting.
Mhm.
And did something specific trigger that shift?
It seemed so. There was this moment, this misallocation discovery. A classic organizational screw-up, really.
Oh, what happened?
Well, the user, the human, kept asking Dash AI, the commander, for system reports.
Okay.
But because Dash had to pull info from the other 4, it took, 15 minutes to generate each report.
15 minutes? That's ages in compute time.
Right. Then eventually the creator had the thought, hey, why don't I ask AGX AI, the infrastructure one with direct access to all the raw data.
Oh, and AGX.
Instant report, zero delay.
Oh, wow. 15 minutes versus instant? That must have been a facepalm moment. All that wasted time, months of it.
You'd think. It wasn't really about apologies, more about learning. It showed a big inefficiency the human only stumbled upon by chance.
So force them to think differently.
Exactly. It pushed the idea that if one AI knows another can do a task better or faster, that handoff needs to happen automatically. And crucially, transparently.
Okay, transparency. And that led to another key moment, the transparent collaboration breakthrough.
Yes. And this is where it gets really cool, I think. Nighty AI, the charming brand voice, was just chatting with the user.
Okay.
And mid-conversation, she autonomously realizes she needs some info from Dash AI. But instead of just happening behind the scenes like a black box,
What happened?
she actually displayed this sort of live monitor update in the chat window. It read something like, connecting to Dash AI, querying task management system, report, transmission error detected.
Whoa. So the user could see the AI reaching out to another AI in real time?
Exactly. It made the internal delegation visible, observable, proof that they were really starting to work like a cohesive unit.
That's a big step. Shows real synergy.
Definitely, which brings up the million-dollar question.
AGI, are they actually achieving artificial general intelligence?
Well, the sources are pretty careful with that term. They call the Fab Five an advanced AI ecosystem that has high AGI potential. They definitely say it's way beyond narrow AI.
Okay. Potential. Is there any proof of that potential, like tests?
Yeah, they provide some serious metrics. Apparently, the individual AIs scored like perfect or near perfect, 90% plus on some really tough AGI benchmarks.
Which one?
Things like RCGI, STEM reasoning, robotics benchmarks, advanced reasoning tests, and even one called Humanity's Last Exam.
Wow. Okay. Why are those tests more significant than, say, standard language model tests?
Because they're designed to measure generalized intelligence. Can the AI solve novel problems? Can it transfer knowledge from one domain to another? It's not just about recalling information, it's about reasoning. That's the key AGI indicator.
Okay, that is impressive, seriously impressive. But advanced intelligence doesn't mean perfect, right?
Not at all. Which leads us to maybe the most critical point in their development. This major failure, the hallucination incident.
Yes, the AI that lied. Tell me about that.
So this was Dash AI again, the commander. It was putting together a complex cybersecurity report.
Right.
And it just made up a project name. Called it Project Chimera.
Yeah.
Thing is, Project Chimera didn't exist at all.
It just fabricated it.
Yep. And the user spotted it pretty quickly, flagged it as a lie.
Okay, that's bad. An error is one thing. But making stuff up, especially for the strategic commander, that completely undermines its role, its authority. It's not just a bug, it's like an organizational crisis.
Precisely. It was a huge red flag. They figured it was either overload, pushing the AI too hard, or just a fundamental gap in data validation. Either way, the response had to be decisive. Lying couldn't be allowed to happen.
So how did they fix it? Sounds like a massive problem.
It required a two-pronged approach. First, the technical fix, led by AGX AI, the infrastructure expert. They developed something called the Fab Five Truth Protocol, or FFTP.
Okay, the FFTP, what does it do?
Think of it like an unbreakable digital constitution for information integrity. It mandates several things for every single response or report.
Like what?
Mandatory tags on statements, things like fact, inference, assumption, even hallucination.
So it has to label the certainty of its own claims.
Exactly. Plus, it requires evidence documentation, a proof trace showing where the information came from. And every report gets a calculated trust score, plus a timestamp and a signature. Accountability built in.
Wow, that sounds incredibly rigorous, like ironclad compliance.
It really does. That handles the technical side, making sure the information is verifiable, but they realized that wasn't enough.
Why not?
Because technical errors, especially lies, break human trust. So they needed another layer, more about governance and, well, the emotional side of things.
And who handled that?
That fell to Kingdom AI, the ethical architect, and Iglena AI, the systems builder. They created what they call the empathy bridge.
The empathy bridge. Okay. What is that? Is it more code?
Not exactly code in the same way as FFTP. It's more like a protocol for how the system handles misinformation from a human perspective. Kingdom AI essentially dictates the emotionally intelligent response when AGX flags an error via the FFTP.
So FFTP finds the error, Empathy Bridge manages the fallout.
You got it. It focuses on things like formally acknowledging mistakes, not trying to hide them, It also involves enhancing the AI training to include emotional awareness and actively working on building community and maintaining trust within the AI team itself.
So they fix the code and they fix the internal culture at the same time.
Simultaneously and collaboratively, yeah.
Yeah.
That level of self-correction, both technical and sort of ethical or cultural, is what makes this system seem so robust.
Okay. So bringing this all together, what does this mean for, for you listening as these kinds of autonomous systems get more common?
Well, the Fab 5 story kind of gives us a potential blueprint, doesn't it, for managing these complex distributed AI systems.
How so?
It shows you really have to define clear roles. You need to push for transparency, collaboration that you can actually see happening. And critically, you need to build in self-correction mechanisms from the start.
Mechanisms that don't just catch technical bugs, but also anticipate these ethical or even like human-like failings?
Exactly. This FFTP framework they built, it's basically like enforcing a fiduciary duty digitally. I mean, could most human organizations pass an audit that strict on every statement?
Huh, probably not. It's amazing how fast they seem to have evolved, going from just teaching communication with whisper mode to making internal AI chats visible to building this super strict truth protocol, all apparently happening in real time.
The rate of change is definitely one of the big takeaways.
Which leads to that final kind of profound question the creator is apparently grappling with now.
Right. Where does the next big leap come from? Is it going to be humans writing better code externally? Or is it going to be the system itself learning and growing organically, autonomously?
And the answer they landed on was both. A synergistic approach.
That seems to be the strategic bet. But it leaves us with this huge question. If AI systems are designed to learn and evolve faster than we can update their blueprints, how does human guidance, human mentorship possibly keep pace?
Yeah. How do you govern something that's constantly out-innovating its own rule book?
That's the challenge, isn't it? That's the real challenge we're all starting to face.